Let's see, let's adjust this light. Let's see, we're gonna try something a little bit different. I didn't know I could zoom in. I didn't know I could zoom in like that with the forward-facing camera. But go figure. I don't know a lot of things. Anyway, we're gonna be using some of these jig heads. They're 1/16 variety. And let's see what color we will be tying. I wish I could go back and read my text. My wife had sent me a text of a color I should tie, but I don't know that I necessarily have the stuff that she wanted me to tie. I think we were gonna go with a pink jig head. Oh yeah, gold digger. The old gold digger. Let's see, we're gonna go with white. And I think she said gold. Oh, see the gold? I got it somewhere. There it is. Scissors. Fly tying whip. Let's get that. Well. All right. Let's see what else we got over here. Tying whip. I think we needed some feathers. Pink. And then let's see what we got over here in this pile of stuff. Let's see, I don't really, this is what I have for gold, guys. It's not really chenille, I bought it at the Dollar Tree, but we're gonna run it, so let's try it. We're gonna run a few and see if we can get that stuff to lay right, and if we can, then we're on to something. Crappie jigs. We are making crappie jigs. How's everybody doing today? Let's see. Actually, I don't know why I'm cutting these white feathers. Let me zoom you guys back out so you guys can get a full grasp of what I'm doing here. We are just taking these feathers and we're cutting them at the vein at about 1/2 inch, 3/8, whatever. Something in that area. Cutting them in even little strips. Then we're gonna cut some of this pink because we're gonna do a pink undercoat on this one. We're tying a jig that we're calling the gold digger. For the viewers that are know what white bass are and crappie, that's what these jigs are for. So let's start out with that pink undercoat. Yep, that's laying down nice. Now let's see how it looks with this white. Well, how's everyone doing? We got 11 people in here. All right. 10 people. If you guys go ahead and press down on the screen and hold it, you guys will give me a big old fat thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Oh, 3 of you already done it. All right. Now, let's try this gold chenille. That's not really chenille. I bought it at the Dollar Tree, but hey guys, if you can find something that works at the Dollar Tree, then why not? And we're gonna see how it turns out. I think it's gonna turn out great. I've already tied a few jigs with it, but I think with a little bit of practice, they will come out even better. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Yep, that'll do it. Now I'll zoom you guys back in for the next one. Now that we've got some feather pieces cut up. Hi, everybody. Now again, for the next one, we will be zooming in all the way. You guys tell me what you guys think about this. I think it'll fish, is what I think. Let's tie a few more. Oh crap, I forgot to zoom you guys in. We're gonna put this white feather on the other side. Then we're gonna take this gold makeshift chenille. It likes to split apart. I think that's why I didn't like it the first time I tried it, but that's all right. We're gonna make it work today. Once it's tied onto the jig, it won't matter because the part that frays will be tied up. And I have no idea what this is actually for. Like I said, I got it at the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna have to tighten up that vise. So I'm trying to get these wraps tight to the body of the jig. There we go. How is everybody today? I think those will catch fish, guys. Pretty positive. Jose, what's up? Let's see, let's tighten up this vise first. There we go. All right, here we go. You guys will get to see a close-up of this one beginning to end. There we go. Let's put on this pink undercoat. White top coat. I got an idea. I've got an idea. Let's pull a single strand of this gold out. See, we just pulled a single strand out. Now I've got an idea. I don't know if it'll lay down flat or not, but we're gonna try it. We are gonna try it. So now that we got that piece pulled out, we are gonna, actually, let's get another piece just like it. Cutting these entirely too long so that way I can trim them up once I get them on the jig. And this will be the variation right here. Now we can trim those up after we cut the jig. I made them way too long, but that was intentional. Because I'd rather them be too long than too short, so that way we got plenty of material to work with. Yeah, we'll just trim it up when we're done. Now we're gonna have to re-square this up because it kind of bushed out on us, but that's all right. Now we got a whole bunch of those little gold things. Guys, this is usually a fishing channel. We try to tie jigs 3 or 4 times a week. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah. On the weekends, sometimes we go live while we're fishing. And yeah. Crazy, we got 18 people in here and nobody has any suggestions or anything. All right, now let's trim that string off there. Let's pull it out of there. We're gonna pull these feathers down like so. And we're just gonna snip them off and see what that jig looks like. Yeah, I think it'll fish. Now I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. Set you guys back here. Let's tie a few more of these. We'll tie one more actually. We'll tie one more of these jigs and then we're gonna move on to something else. We need one more piece of this, and we got plenty of pink feathers. We're gonna tie some monkey milk crappie jigs in a minute, because I don't have any in the 3/32 size. I got 1/16. No 3/32 though. And for people that aren't familiar, 3/32 is a little bit smaller. And I will bust out a 1/16 ounce jig head here in a minute to show you guys the size comparison or the difference. When you're fishing current, you might go with a 1/16, or if you're fishing really deep, you might go with 1/16, or if you're fishing fast. But if you're fishing slow, usually the 32nd, 64th, and 80th of an ounce jig comes into play. But also you can use the 1/16 jig underneath the cork and fish it slow as well if you have the fish figured out and you have a determined depth that the fish are at. But I typically like the lighter jigs because most of the time here in Oklahoma it's not really a really aggressive bite. They're not really running down food, the crappie aren't. So this is what I tend to stick with is 30-second and lighter. And if you want to get more weight for your cast, you can tie 2 jigs in tandem, and you'll have more weight and you'll have more odds of hooking up with fish, but you'll also lose more jigs. So it's a double-edged sword, but it works for me. Sometimes I even catch 2 fish at the same time, so that's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna whip finish this one, and then we will be on to the next jig. Again, how's everybody's day going? Dylan, what's up? Oh, a little bit of practice. All right, that's 4 of those guys. We're gonna move on to tying some of the monkey milk jigs. So we're gonna need to swap out those blue feathers, or those white feathers for blue feathers, or pink feathers for blue feathers. My bad. I'll get everything straight. Going to sub, Dylan, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, we're gonna tie some monkey milk jigs. So we're gonna switch feathers to this lighter blue. I think the lighter blue matches the glitter better than the dark blue. I've tried it with both, but we're gonna be using this chenille. And this is New Age Monkey Milk Chenille that I got from Ruben Flores. And so yeah, let's just go ahead and tie us up a jig. I'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm just taking this feather, cutting it in 1/2-inch strips right at the vein. This feather was a short one, so we only got 2 pieces off of it, so we're gonna have to cut up some more, but it's all right. I think I've been doing it for a 1.5 years or something like that. We're about to get into some other stuff. We've got we're gonna start painting some lures too. I want to try to, I'll just go ahead and show you guys. We've got these lures. I really haven't messed with them. This is pretty much a unboxing, more or less. Now, I believe you paint them and then add the eyes. And I got 20 of these, but I want to try my Orange Crush 'em series on these walking style floats. And so we'll be painting lures here before too long too. But I'm gonna go ahead and add the eyes to this one just because I want to see what they look like. We can just tape them off or something whenever I go to actually paint it. And we'll give you guys a sneak peek at what it looks like with the eyes too, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, guys, so that's what it'll look like with the eyes. And it's got a little bit of texture to it, but it's got a lot of rattle to it. So we're gonna be putting them to the test, doing different stuff. I'm gonna use them for, we're gonna figure out how much weight they will suspend. We're gonna use them for catfishing. We're gonna use them for bass fishing, crappie fishing, not crappie fishing, but white bass, hybrids, that type of stuff. Below the dam. And we got a whole bunch of them. I got another bag right here. So, you know, if you want to get good at something, the best thing that you can do is just start doing it, for sure. If you want to get, even if you just want to get decent at something, the best way to do it is to just start doing it. All right, anyone on here that's a crappie fisherman, I'm sure you know that monkey milk is an extremely popular color. from Bobby Garland and Ruben Flores and various other people that make monkey milk pattern jigs and bass lures, which is blue with white with blue glitter in it for Atlantic croakers. I'm not by the ocean, but that sounds like a good time. I've caught a species of croaker at in North Carolina. They were everywhere. They were kind of like a they actually look like a freshwater drum. All right, guys, and then we're gonna go with this white overcoat. So we got a blue undercoat. We're gonna come back in here, tie some white feathers off to the side. Then we're gonna do the same exact thing to the other side, and I'll zoom you guys in for the next one. What are you girls doing?
Nothing.
All right, let's bust out the chenille.
Is this literally just corn?
No, it's artificial corn. Which, her coming in here brings me to my next thing. My youngest daughter wants to go carp fishing. We've never really fished for carp with a hair rig, but I bought these artificial corns that smell good. And we are going to make some pack bait and all that stuff. So we're going to be doing some of that this weekend.
What do they taste like?
I'm doing good. How about yourself? You can't eat them, baby. They're artificial. They're fake.
No, she means the fish.
Oh, to fish? I don't know. We'll smell it in a minute and we'll see what we think. Hop off there.
Is it hungry? Is the corn hungry? Camber, shush. Does corn eat food?
All right, here we go.
Will you tell her to shush?
Yeah, shh.
You're gonna make the arch of beauty. Oh.
All right, let's see what.
Oh my gosh, they love Rose. They need to see her.
All right, you guys are about to see a bunch of random stuff because my kids are here. All right, Dylan, have a good one. There's my daughter's cat. That's Rose.
Hey, John. You leave so I couldn't meet the camera. Don't look at me like that.
All right, we're gonna go do a close-up. There's our monkey milk jig in the 32nd ounce. I quit leaning on my chair, silly.
After the live.
Can we ride the four-wheeler?
Yes.
Why do you sound like Silly John?
Yes.
Carly? Her name is Silly John.
Your name is Silly.
All right. Hey, I need you guys to go play or something.
I am playing.
No, not in here. Not in here.
You are so evil.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
What jigs are there? Monkey milk, orange crush 'em. We just tied this one. This is a new one. We're gonna call it the Gold Digger. It's got a pink undercoat, a white overcoat, with a gold body. And we're gonna run it for a while and see what we think about it. We're gonna try it out this weekend, maybe.
I have no head.
Hey, girls, come on now.
What?
Go in there and talk.
We're not even talking. We're playing.
Okay, well, go in there and play. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. We go fishing a lot. We put out... The girls are saying too much.
The girl's eating me.
Yeah, Carly's saying too much.
It's not
The oldest daughter actually likes to go fishing with me. The youngest likes to go for a little bit. But the middle daughter, she only likes to go when the bite's on fire. Hey, cut it out now. I'm doing this. No, go play. Well, go kill it. Hey, go figure it out. Anyway, I guess there's a centipede in there. Carly, stop singing, baby.
Carly, I got the centipede.
No, you didn't. Take it outside, Cambry.
Baby.
That girl will pick up any bug, guys.
It's a baby centipede.
There was a giant centipede at this place we went to, and Cambry tried to pick it up.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
It was poisonous.
That's poisonous too. It's just a baby boy.
Anyhow,
Yeah, I know.
He's just a baby. I'm letting him go.
Bye-bye, buddy.
I'm gonna zoom you guys in for this next one, so that way you guys can see it.
Bye-bye.
Uh,
Have fun.
how I'm laying everything. Let's see. And let's tie up another one. We're just gonna go burn through a few different jigs. Do I make stinger tails?
I love centipedes.
What's a stinging tail?
Carly, I would appreciate if you guys would quit interrupting my live and go do something with yourself, or we're not riding the four-wheeler. Please, and thank you. Stinger tails.
He's such a lunch.
Let's see. Do you mean like this? Let me swap over real quick, and I will.
It's not.
I tie these. Let me bust out some bucktail. All right, we got that out. We're gonna just do this one, and then we're gonna hop back over to making the monkey milk jigs. See if this is what you're talking about. We're gonna use orange because I like orange. As soon as I can find a good clump of bucktail, that'll do it. Let me zoom you guys back out for this one. All right, I got a good chunk of fur. Let me square it up a little bit. That vise ain't nearly tight enough for this, but and then if I have it handy, I like to add a couple drops of super glue on here because these they're also called wedge tails. I don't know. This is what I tie for a stinger for like my catfish rigs. You tie this on the hook behind your cut bait or your live bait or whatever, and this is the stinger. Now let me find some chenille. I'm just gonna grab a piece that's handy. Usually I would like a dark color or something that would, but we're gonna go with this chartreuse, and I don't think that's gonna look too bad anyways, so.
Michael,
What, baby?
what color is chartreuse?
Yellow.
Oh.
That vise is a little loose. We don't have it properly set up for this, but that's all right.
Oopsies.
Yellow is a pretty color.
Hey, I asked you guys if you guys would go play. I didn't mean in here. I meant somewhere else, like outside by the pool. Go clean the pool.
Hey, no, I don't want to clean.
You don't want to clean the pool, but you want the pool clean. Is this what you were talking about?
Well, Michael, guess what? The pool looks blue, but not clear.
I know.
With dirt on the top of it. Doesn't it? Corey said in like 3 days it might be right.
Yeah, I should have got that vise tighter. Let's see if I can tighten it with that in there. Probably not. I don't really want to reset up the whole vise to just tie one off, so. But there we go. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or not, but that's a stinger rig that I tie. And anyhow, usually not that color combination, but I was just trying to give you an example. But yes, I tie those. What's up, phrase bar? Now we gotta get this readjusted for this. All right. Back to the monkey milk. Now I'm gonna zoom you guys back in. We're gonna start out with a blue undercoat. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Everybody, my email is ThatDamFishingGuy247@gmail.com. All right, we need some more white feathers. You guys just bear with me and let me get a couple snips of white feather here. After we zoom back out, we'll stay zoomed out so that way I can, you guys can see the whole step, all the steps of me cutting the feathers and everything. I really need to start cutting them before I go live. I work a full-time job. Plus I'm a dad, plus I'm a husband. And so, yeah, we're just kind of got to do all this stuff together, and that's how it goes. I don't have separate time to sit around clipping feathers and preparing for the video before we get to go do the video. How do you get flies that not, or you're gonna have to clarify a little bit better on that question. James Willis. Bro, I hate autocorrect. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. The new upgrades on the iPhones sucks too. You can't really do talk to text because it's all the time saying the wrong stuff. Like, you don't want to know what it says when I text my wife, hey, I need to order more jig heads. But if you use your imagination, it's not the right words to be saying. And the autocorrect on the new iPhones is crap. Or the autocorrect on the talk to text. Often when I'm at work or I'm driving, you can tell Siri to play your text messages and she'll read them to you, and then you can say, okay, voice text, and you'll voice text and say send, and then, but really you got to listen to them and make sure, like, proofread them. What's up, Tennessee boy? That is a monkey milk jigger of the 332 variety. I'm gonna back you guys up a little bit. There we go. That feather, for the ones of you that missed it, I'm just taking it and I cut the vein about 1/2 of an inch to 3/8 of an inch, depending on how fluffy the feather is. And yeah, let's tie one more monkey milk and then we're gonna completely switch colors. How do you get flies that are not on your website? Okay. You can just email me, because at the moment I actually don't have a website up. And for anyone wondering, at probably no point in my life do I plan on becoming a full-time jig tire. I don't know what's going on with my vise here, guys. Okay, that part's up there. I do at some point plan on becoming a full-time fisherman sometime in my life. We gotta get this vise fixed, guys. Something going on here. All right, there we go. We got it going our way again. How much is some flies? Well, unless you buy like an order of 25, then they are $2 each. If you buy 25 and you still pay for shipping, then I could probably sell them to you for $1.50 each. But you're gonna have to buy at least 25 because each jig head is 50 cents each. Then I have the cost, which you may not want to hear all that. I don't know, but that's the price. They're $2 each unless you order more than 25. How's everybody doing? The catfish flies. You know what? On the catfish flies, I can sell those to you for $1.50 each. How many do you want? Are you in a? If you're gonna buy some, I'll give you some tips. Are you fishing from a boat or from the bank, river or lake? You're just asking? Well, I appreciate it. When I upgrade hooks, I'll probably ask a little bit more, but right now I'm just using Eagle Claw hooks, the 3/0 size. And the reason that I say for now, for one, Eagle Claw makes a good hook. This hook has caught more fish than catfish than probably any other hook there has ever been. This is what's used on every trout line in North America, from commercial catfishermen to whatever. Anyhow, that being said, Mustad makes a hook that is a O'Shaughnessy hook, or O'Shaughnessy, or however you pronounce it, that is better. What kind of jig catches the most fish? Orange. Black and orange. For me. I don't know if I've got all the stuff to tie. I don't have the stuff to tie the Orange Crush'em series jigs, or I would. Because that's one of my favorite jigs to tie. It's also my favorite jig to throw, hence the reason we're out of the stuff to tie it. But I'm going to show you guys something. A really cool friend of mine, actually. I'm going to call him a friend. I met him at a boat show, and I talk to him every now and then. I talk to him when he goes live. I got his phone number, and we've talked back and forth. But he's the guy that I get my chenille from. And he also lives here in Oklahoma.
That's where you get chenille?
Well, some of it. Some of it I get at other places. I spread the love. I don't just buy from one person. I buy.
One vendor?
Yeah, I don't buy from one vendor. I buy from Amazon and from him, pretty much. But he makes this, and that's what I make the murder hornet pattern with. And he's got this in orange and black, and so we're about to completely change up the Crush'em series, and I'm so glad he got that.
Hey, Daddy, look at this.
What, baby? Oh,
It's
yeah?
on purchase. In Paper's room.
Yeah, Corley stole them. They're
Girl,
mine.
what do you mean?
They're mine.
No, they
You can
weren't.
share. Where'd you get them from, Mimi?
Yeah. What's
Okay.
this?
That's yours.
Corley thought it was a smelly ball. Ew.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember if he named his. He also ties a version of that jig. He don't tie it exactly the same as me, or I don't tie mine exactly the same as him. But that was the last monkey milk jig, so let's tie one. Let's tie a murder hornet, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Because that is also one of my favorite patterns to tie. But Yellow Jacket would have been a good name. But I don't like to exactly replicate or copy anybody else's jigs. But if you look at all hair jigs, all feather jigs, they're all more or less the same with someone's signature twist. And mine is that I put an undercoat on all my jigs, and most people aren't doing that. So, that being said, hey, you guys calm down in there. Okay, well, both of you cut it out. All right, we got out our feathers. Let's get rid of all of the other excess on the table so I'm not grabbing the wrong stuff. I have this little bucket over here that's full of little bitty feather pieces. You guys go play and let me tie my jigs.
Well, she's being rude, so I don't want to be around her.
All right, we're gonna need yellow. Skedaddle, or we're not riding the four-wheeler when I'm done. Yeah, skedaddle. Let's put this up. If we don't put up this chenille, Carly's cat will get it and destroy it. So we gotta put it up in a bag. Bucktail, she loves bucktail.
Rose would never do that.
Yeah, she would.
Michael, but still Daddy won't let him out.
Well, baby, get it out then.
I
And
can't. It's too high. Look.
Oh, it is too hot.
anyways, I would appreciate if you girls would chill out and leave me alone for a minute. We will be riding the four-wheeler in a little bit.
Wait, how long have you been on live?
41 minutes.
Oh, that's a long time.
No, it's not. Usually I go for an hour and a half. And that's what we're doing today. So, but not if you guys don't skedaddle. All right, let's tie this murder hornet pattern. We're gonna take the black feathers and we're gonna cut it a little bit long because that's kind of a thin feather. And we're just gonna get us a little pile of those. We don't need very many. Now the yellow feather, on the other hand, we'll need much more of because we're gonna put 2 pieces of the yellow on there, where we only just put 1 piece of black feather on there.
This is so cool.
Yeah?
It's coming down.
Look, it squeezes. Like,
Don't stop. Stop messing with my stuff.
Cordy's moving.
Go play.
so?
Where is it going?
All right, we gotta cut up 1 more yellow feather, guys.
It bit you.
Hey, Cambry, you guys go in there. Go now. Not gonna repeat myself. Stop. All right, we're gonna cut up this last yellow feather. If you guys haven't already, I'd appreciate if you subscribed. And yeah, let's get into this murder hornet pattern. So there we go. We got that. See the vein of the feather? That makes it easy for us to have something to hold on to while we get this started. And the black undercoat gives the jig some definition. When it gets wet, instead of it just being plain yellow, it makes it pop more. And when we get the pool all the way clean, I am going to, what's up? Release to the grease. Yes, I make lures. We're about to even start painting lures. Anyhow, I'd appreciate if all you guys subscribed. And I will show you shortly. We're getting the pool cleaned right now. And when we get the pool all the way cleaned, I will be doing, I got a thing that I can put my phone in to make it waterproof. And I'll be showing you guys what all of these jigs look like underwater. And I think that's gonna be pretty sick. I haven't seen anyone else doing that live on YouTube. And I might have not should have spilled the beans on it, but I did, so there we go. We got quite a few of you guys in here tonight, and I really appreciate it. All right, see you in a minute, baby.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'll see you in a minute, baby.
Oh, the four-wheeler.
Yeah, we're gonna go ride the four-wheeler as soon as I'm done, baby.
Yeah, but I'll have to come up here and put a little food in my bag because I already have a fruit pouch in it because I just want to bring food in case we get lost.
We ain't gonna get lost, but okay, sounds good, girl.
But you gotta check if the owner's there. He'll beat it.
Cambry, get out. All right, guys. Here is the murder hornet pattern, and I really like this pattern quite a bit. I'm gonna zoom you guys in for the next one so that way you guys can see it in more detail as soon as we finish this one off. Hey, release to the grease. I appreciate it, man. There's that murder hornet pattern. Old pike fisher. Yeah, I would like to go pike fishing someday. My wife, she likes to travel, so I'm sure at some point in time I'll get to go somewhere and eventually fish for pike. Thank you, Release to the Grease. I appreciate it, brother. Have you been catching any fish lately? The bite here has been kind of messed up. All of our lakes are super flooded. I've still been catching some fish. I've got a couple videos that I'm behind on, which thankfully I'm behind on. But they've just got to be edited. That perch fishing video I dropped today, I didn't really have to edit it that much. It was kind of a raw video. It didn't take that long to go catch those fish. But the catfishing videos where I'm setting for an hour in between bites, I gotta... Oh, man. Oh, crap. Yeah, all of our lakes here are completely flooded, guys. They are worse than chocolate milk. And so, really, catfishing, unless you're fishing ponds, in which I don't really live around any good ponds. I don't live around any good ponds, and so I don't have any good ponds to go fishing at. The fishing is kind of whack right now, and it's the catfish are spawning. But I still go out and set for 10 hours every weekend and go catfishing. And we still try to make something happen. What's up, everybody? Guys, we are growing fast, and I appreciate everybody for watching. Oh, crap, I forgot to zoom you guys in for this one. Remind me on the next one. I was trying to show you guys in detail on this. Release to the Grease. Remind me sometime next week to send you some... What kind of water conditions do you guys have where you're at? Like tannic or stained or clear, or what are you guys fishing? Eric Brown, I appreciate it for the stage. Another Canadian is a baby pike. Oh, okay. Well, I think we have pike here in America, in like Minnesota, and I'm not sure where all we have pike, honestly, but I do believe we have them. I see a lot of videos. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna catch. That is for sure. All right, where's my fly tying whip? There we go. Now you guys remind me, or I think I'll remember this time since we're just tying this one up. I'm gonna zoom in the screen so that way you guys can see more in depth how I'm tying this jig. The girls really want to go ride the four-wheeler. I told them we were going to do this for an hour and a half, but I think they cold water fish. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was saying probably up north in here in America. And black bass is the hardest ones to catch. Well, I don't know about that. Fins up. Comment on one of them. Are you tied jigs on video or flies on video? Now let's see if I can get you guys in here on this. We usually don't go up and down it that many times, but there's a weird like lump in the paint. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not. All right, let's get that black undercoat. Okay. Yeah, if you tie flies, there's people interested in learning and watching it, even if they're just coming to hang out and talk about fishing. There's definitely always people interested. I'm gonna try to lay this one on its side, and then I'm gonna roll you guys like this. I'm gonna show you why I put a feather on either side. So if I roll this jig like that, you can see how it's got that black, and then you see the yellow. Okay, that's why we put, I shouldn't have moved that probably. That's why we put 2 pieces of yellow on there. So it's kind of like we're clamshelling in the black, but once you get this jig wet, the black will show through the yellow, and it just gives it depth and contrast instead of it just being just a plain color, and I just like it better for whatever reason. Does it help you catch more fish? I don't know. Does it make your jig look better? Yes. But honestly, I caught fish on the jigs before I did that, so it's an added step that takes a little bit more time, but it does make it look a little bit more presentable. Yeah, me too. Charles Phillips. Shoot, I play freaking fishing videos on YouTube over my Bluetooth speaker. Instead of listening to music, I listen to other people going fishing. And yeah, I'm completely consumed and ate up with fishing. Let me get that jig back up there where you guys can see it. Can't even help it. Thank you, Release to the Grease. I'm gonna hit up my wife. She needs to remind me to go get some stamps. I'd like to send you a few more jigs. I mean, you make fishing videos, and if you get to use some of my jigs, and you know, that's just advertisement for me, and it helps you out, and it helps me out. So I don't remember which ones won, so I don't remember which ones I sent you, so you'll have to tell me. Yeah, Fish Hunter, he sent me pictures. He caught a whole bunch of bass, guys. Largemouth bass with the jigs that I sent him. And he'd won some jigs from me, I believe. And then, I don't remember how many he bought. I think he bought 15, or maybe it was 30. I don't remember exactly how many he bought. But yeah, he bought some jigs from me, and then he sent me a picture through email of all the fish he caught, and it was pretty cool, and I keep meaning to post it to the channel, and I keep forgetting. But I need to post that daggone picture to the freaking channel. He straight wiped out the bass with those jigs, guys. And they are for crappie, but as you guys know, bass like to eat too, so. Actually, Fish Hunter has told me that I should, I asked, well, he didn't tell me. He bought a mystery tackle box from crappie something or another. I don't remember. Crappie Magnet. Yeah, he bought a mystery tackle box from Crappie Magnet. And I told him, well, maybe I should make a mystery tackle box of my crappie jigs. And he thought it was a good idea. There we go, guys. Yeah, air jigs, you know, bass like finesse lures, and so a lot of places are pressured because people are all the time going and buying big swim baits and, you know, throwing everything at them, 8-inch worms and Cincos and whatever. And so sometimes slowing down your presentation and giving them something that's a little more finessey than, and just a smaller presentation. A lot of bass and crappie eat mosquito fish. And if you don't know what that is, look up northeastern mosquito fish when we get off here. They're a fish that gives live birth, and they're just a little guppy. And they live in almost every roadside ditch or puddle of water that's attached to a lake or stream or creek one way or another. Those mosquito fish will be there. And so they eat a lot of those mosquito fish. And so a crappie jig is about the same size as a mosquito fish. And anyway, yeah, so they're great. Let's tie some green jigs real quick. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, tongue twisted me, subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider doing so. And also, while you're here, why not smash that thumbs up button? Crazy how every time I mention that, our viewers drop. We got some pretty big news next week, but we're gonna wait for it. You ever fish with topwater lures released to the grease? Just email me what size weights you got and stuff. I already opened one of these and put the eyes on it, so I'm not gonna put the eyes on this one, not before I get it painted. But I am gonna be painting up some of these topwater lures. We're gonna be also using them like the Demon Dragon for catfishing. You guys that actually watch my channel or usually watch my channel or are subscribed, you know that I fish with when I fish with a Santee Cooper rig, I usually just run a standard peg float, something like this. Yeah, you can't beat a buzzbait. I've never got to use a whopper plopper, just because I don't know why. I could buy one. I just always forget. It just doesn't cross my mind. But it's been a while since I went fishing with the buzzbait. But man, the buzzbait bite that's one of the coolest. The topwater poppers, the hardest part for me when I was fishing with these when I was younger, I used to be completely ate up with bass fishing. I barely ever catfished. I mostly bass fished when I was growing up. But the thing about it was, with the plugs, was waiting for that 3 or 4 seconds after you see the fish hit it. And with the buzzbait, you ain't got none of that. You reeling, that sucker comes up and eats it on the move, and you either got him or you don't. And most of the time you do. And yeah, the buzzbait is fun. And you know what? I took my wife out and we've whooped the crap out of some bass with rooster tails. I really need to get her out there and put her on with a buzzbait, because I think she would like that. The visual, she loves fishing with rooster tails now. But if she got the visuals from the buzzbait, she would be she'd be ate up with it. She'd probably be trying to throw buzzbaits in December. That's what I need to do. I need to go get her addicted to another lure. When she first learned about the rooster tail, that's all after she went bass fishing with me the first time. I mean, this is years ago, guys, and still to this day, she always wants to throw on a rooster tail. Before we try anything else, she wants to tie on a rooster tail. And but anyway, Get this up here so you guys can see. We're swapping over, guys. We're tying some green ones. Still running that black undercoat just because that's my favorite thing to do. I just like the way that it makes these lighter colors pop, having that darker undercoat. I need to go get a glass of water and show you guys, but probably not at this moment. We may just tie a few more jigs. I don't know. I do not know. We're about to be doing some pretty cool stuff. You guys want to see jig tying tomorrow or some work to the boat? Because I got either way. If you guys don't want to see the work on the boat, then we may not even go live tomorrow because either way I have to get it done. It's just something that has to be done. It's getting hot outside. I've got to get the bimini top out, and I've got to get it on the boat. I fish for around 18 to 20 hours every weekend, and I've been having to find bridges and stuff to park under, so it's not necessarily putting me at the best spots to be fishing. And so something's got to change, and that has to be the change. I've got to put that bimini top on the boat. I also want to buy a tarp and a needle and a thread, and I want to build like a tent thing for the boat. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It'd be easier to show you guys what's in my head. And I'm pretty crafty, and so I think I can make something work out that's going to be pretty nice to go camping on the boat. Do the boat live and see who shows up. All right, I'll do it, Eric Brown. We're going to... Let me get tripped over my words, but we're going to have to start doing some stuff on the boat because I've got to maintain it, and I burn up all of my free time after work tying crappie jigs. And I have a few other responsibilities that I do after I tie these jigs, but it doesn't leave me much time, guys, and I'm going to have to start working on the boat some. I mean, it's a new boat. It's not like we're rebuilding it or anything, but there are things that have to be done. Like, one of my lines to my live well is clogged up. I've got to get that fixed, and I just, by the time I get done doing these lives, I've got to work on the pool or hang out with the kids, or, I got to still spend time with my kids and stuff. And we're going to go ride the four-wheeler tonight. And, you guys seen earlier, they were all rushing in the door. They were all looking forward to me being home. So definitely got to go spend some time with them, but we're going to have to do some work to the boat too. Yeah, no problem, Eric Brown. If we ain't got the stuff to make them, we can order the stuff to make them. Even if that means I end up not making anything and I end up with the surplus of stuff, you may not be the only one that wants them. If we make them for you, then someone else might want some too. So we're going to finish off with these green jigs, and then that will have been 15 jigs, I believe. I'm not sure. Actually, I think it's 20. 20 jigs tied today. And we are going to go hang out with the kids, or I am, rather. I may even bring a fishing pole with me to the creek and go try to snag an extra perch or two, or a green sunfish. I got to get my aerator fixed too. That's another thing I have to work on, guys. Right now I can only keep like 10 or 15 bluegill alive in my 100-gallon tank, and the reason is because my aerator's broken, and I go through them because it's outdoors, and my air pumps always are, it gets rained on 5 or 6 times, and then it shorts out or whatever it does. And yeah, so that happens. Then I can only keep a handful of bluegill alive at a time. And I really need, at this time of year, I need to be able to keep at least 25 or 30 for fishing for 16 to 18 hours on the weekend. Usually, if the river wasn't blown out like it is, I could just go catch bait on the fly. But the river is so blown out right now. I'm talking about it is broke the banks. It's the lake is 20 foot high, and I'm fishing on the north end of a river, and it is over the banks everywhere. And yeah, it's not been good. And so the bait is scattered. I have a hard time getting bait. We threw the throw net for I don't have a storefront yet, but you can email me at ThatDamFishingGuy247@gmail.com, and ThatDamFishingGuy is spelled D-A-M. All right, let's crank out another jig, and then we're gonna be out of here, guys. We're gonna go ride the four-wheeler and hang out with the kids. I'm currently working on a storefront, and I've pretty much got it set up. But I'm gonna let the wife go over it before I publish it. And she's working a contract right now plus her regular full-time job, and so she doesn't have the time right now, and she's way smarter than me with punctuation and so on and so forth. And so I'm waiting for her to quality control my website before I publish it.
Does Rose have any food left, or I do need to go get some?
No, you probably need to go get her some.
I'm looking to check.
Okay.
Yeah, she's out.
Rose, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. I just made it to past that first threshold on YouTube to where I can post where I can sell stuff on here and like post links. I could be linking all of this stuff on Amazon, but I am currently waiting to get past the second threshold. I just want to get past all the thresholds, put all my focus into doing these lives and my weekend videos. I've been trying to do one short a day, and we're gaining traction, guys. We are gaining traction. We got over 200,000 views this past 28 days. And so it's been a good month. We're gaining traction and we're going places. But after I hit that final step of monetization, I also want to get an LLC too. So probably a couple more weeks, guys. Then I'll have the storefront. I'll start linking my stuff. And I held back on the linking stuff because I don't want people being like, oh, well, he's linking stuff, so I'll use his link and go get and he'll get paid. Well, that will be cool and all. And people that want to do that can definitely do that, and I will definitely appreciate it. But if you see something I like, you can just ask me during the live and I'll tell you where I get it from as well. But that's part of the reason I waited. But at some point, I want to have all the stuff that I use linked. I don't always use the most popular brands. If you look at my fishing poles, I went from Meat Hunter, which is funny because now is on Catfish Dave's videos. He's using a Meat Hunter. But that used to be strictly a Oklahoma brand, more or less. Everybody in Oklahoma uses them. It was just a small company out of a garage somewhere, and they sold them at the local tackle stores for snagging. And you know that Oklahoma, we hold the world record, or did until Missouri broke it last year. I'm going to chat with you guys for a few more minutes, and then we're going to cut this live off because I just want to tell you guys. I had my whole boat with meat hunters all the way across the back. Well, what I ended up doing, here, I'm gonna take you and show you guys. What I ended up doing was buying a bunch of different fishing poles. I sold most of my meat hunters, and I bought different fishing rods, and I've tested them out, and I've tried them all out, and I'll show you guys. Okay, so I just bought these Hellcats. I don't want to take it out of the sleeve, but it's that light's a little bright for you guys. It's got a pin warfare. I love pin reels, and it's a Hellcat. It's the Revenge series. It's $150 a rod. I bought 2 of them. Now I do plan on buying more, but this rod, which I can't really show you because it's a 12-foot rod. This rod is a meat hunter. The writing is faded off of it. Pretty much, it's got it right here. Meat hunter. This rod has lasted me for a long time, and I've left it outside for a long time. I'm gonna pick up another rod here. And that meat hunter is kind of a budget rod. I mean, it's not really that expensive, guys. This is a Quantum Bill Dance series from Bass Pro Shop. Hellcats are good rods, for sure, no doubt. Yes, they are. Yeah, that's plenty for the week.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I am switching over to Hellcats and pin reels and Alejo's reels. I'm going to put the Alejo's 400 on my 7'6" rods. I'm going to buy 2 10-foot rods that are Hellcats. They're also going to be medium heavy, or no, they're going to be heavy, not medium heavy. My bad, sorry. And they are going to have the pin reels on them. And I'm going to get 4 for my wife and 4 for myself. But we'll go over more of that when we're on the boat tomorrow. For now, you guys, I'm out. Have a good evening. I appreciate every one of you guys. God bless you, and be safe.